Hello everyone. Good morning, at least that's the time here. How are you today? I hope you all are good. Today I'm gonna make some French toast. Chocolate French toast, because I have chocolate spread here, but you can use jam if you want. Alright, before anything happens, right, before we get the bread on like the pan and toast it at all, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the marination kind of, the liquid that you put the bread in. Because French toast is basically like milky bread. You toast the bread a bit, you put it in the milk, egg, cinnamon mixture. It gives it a sweetening, milky flavor, which is really good really tasty. And you can use jam and chocolate with it, and you can spread it on it like a normal toast, and it's banging. So what we're gonna do, come here. We're gonna do splash of milk. I'm only using like 1 or 2 toasts, so I'm not gonna put too much milk, right? Because I want to be more conservative with the resources that I use in the kitchen. But you all can use however much you want, but how many bread you want. Now I'm gonna get an egg. I'm gonna crack 1 egg, right? Oh, I cannot do this one-handed. Yeah, if you can do this one-handed, props to you, but I can't. Alright, it's alright. Now we've got our eggs, so I'm gonna wash my hands in the sink real quick. And what I'm gonna do, whisk. I'm gonna whisk the egg. Make sure you see it will get a bit yellow. Oh, it's too bright for the camera to see, but it is yellow. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some ground cinnamon or cinnamon powder. Ooh, the whisk fell. Pardon me, too much cinnamon. I put too much cinnamon, it's alright, it'll be fine. You just put a splash of cinnamon, don't put too much. If you put too much cinnamon, it should be so much cinnamon. But I would suggest just put a splash of cinnamon. I put too much, you see here, but it's alright, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna whisk it here. Mix everything together. I'm also gonna add a spoon of sugar. You don't want too much sugar, because that's unhealthy, but a bit of sugar just adds a bit of thing. Since we're gonna whisk it, just add a bit of sugar, because that's where you're gonna get the milky sweet flavor. With the cinnamon, because the sugar, essentially, if you put cinnamon, no sugar, the cinnamon is going to activate. The sugar activates the flavor of the cinnamon, and that's what allows it to, taste cinnamon sweet. I'm just going to whisk it until everything is dissolved and mixed properly. Alrighty, now we're gonna mix the eggs over here. Alright, now guys, we've got our mixture, so we're gonna put the whisk in the sink. Now we have a mixture. Now we can get 2 pieces of bread. Okay, and by the way, for every piece of bread, you want like a 1/4 cup of milk and 1 egg, or half an egg basically. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of bread, 2 slices of bread. So that's going to be that much amount of egg and milk. So probably half a cup of milk over here. It looks like more than half a cup, but that's because I whisked it and it gained some air inside of it, so which allowed it to expand a bit. We've got our 2 pieces of bread. Now you can use white bread, but my parents are health nuts, so I have wholemeal. And both taste good. Wholemeal is just healthier, honestly. So I get a pan, right? This is the pan I'm gonna use. But you can use any pan you have on hand. I'm gonna get this. I have some butter here, Lupox spreadable. That's the brand I use, but you can use any brand you want. I'm gonna get a spoon and first what we're gonna do. Now you could say, why are you not using a toaster, Abby? The thing is that toasters, like it's easier to put on a pan. And I'm back in India. We don't have toasters. We have pans. So I'm just gonna butter the pan nicely. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. Better take that out of context. Just gonna butter it nicely. Nice amount of grease on that. Okay, there's the bread, right? My spoon here, mix it here. Now, let it heat up for a bit. Then, mix that up, mix that up. You're gonna do that. A nice toast. Not too much of a toast, a nice, like, kind of bare toast. Nice and toasty. You're gonna see the color on that. Ooh, okay, it's still in the butter stage. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave that 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, and yeah. And once you do that, once it gets kind of toasted on the bread, that's when you know that you have to put in the mixture on both, and you have to toast it on both sides. You put it in the mixture and then you toast it a bit more until it gets properly toasted. You put it on a plate and you can spread it and eat it like a fancy sandwich, I guess. But yeah, like I've tried this once before. My aunt made this for me, and my aunt loved my I loved my aunt's cooking. She lives in Manchester. She made a French toast one time a few years ago when I went to her house. It was delicious, so I'm just trying to recreate that, but instead with my own touch. Extra cinnamon. I didn't think she put cinnamon. She didn't put cinnamon at all, actually, but I like cinnamon, and it's more of a traditional thing to put cinnamon in, so that's what I'm putting in. Whee! Damn, it's burning. Okay, you're gonna flip this over. Alright, see, one side is well toasted. See, you can hear it. I hope that's here. See, it's not that. See, oh my god, I'm a little bit too carried away, guys. Yeah, when you do that sound, be careful with the bread, you know. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is it's a bit toasted on one side. Now we're gonna flip. We flipped it over. It's toasting on the other side of it. What I do is I like to flatten it a bit. It makes it easier to toast, so that more of the bread is actually touching the pan and toasting. Yep, so now we're going to turn off the flame. And get the bread. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. Get the bread. Mix. Right? See this? I'm soaking milk the bread. Just going to do that. And then what you're going to do, soak the milk out of it. Right? You're going to soak the milk out of it. And then what we're going to do, right. Oh, I'm going to make an extra plate actually. Because this is going to get a bit messy, guys. This is the messy part. Well, get the bread and then what you do. See, this is very hot as well. Flip the tea. Ooh, yeah, just getting mixed in there. Okay, now soak the milk out of it. Boom. Okay. Now what we're going to do, since you've got it soaked, right? You want to soak it, but you don't want it to be too soaked. So that way you squeeze out some of the milk, and you have only like a beautiful, like you only want the flavor left without it being too soggy. So, yeah, that also took away the heat. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to reheat the pan. Reheat it. Okay? I'm going to, it gets really loose, by the way, so be careful. Don't try and hold like one corner of it, otherwise it's just going to rip. So, ooh, mama. Right. All I'm going to do is actually, this is make my life easier. I'm going to get a spatula and flip it. I may be built different, but I'm not that different. Okay, speaking of this, I'm also going to put this on the pan as well. There. I'll put both of them on the pan, just going to separate them a bit. See, right now it's not holding its shape, but once you let it like toast a bit, the egg inside is going to cook, and it's going to make it hold its shape a bit more. So now I'm going to see this extra mixture. You can keep this or you can throw it away. I'm just going to throw it away. But luckily I didn't make that much of a extra mixture, so that way I'm not, doing that much. But if you want a better coat, put more in. But you're all going to get the waste. Be aware of that. So I'm just washing my dishes a bit, you know what I'm saying? Wash my dishes. Yeah. I'm washing the plate now. I'm gonna eat this on. Now it seems like it's cooked on one side. See, now I'm flipping it over. See, now it's holding its shape again. That's because the egg, it's strengthening the bread again from the milk, because the milk made it soggy. So that's how you know it made it properly. If it doesn't hold its shape, that means you soaked it too much, so you have to you have to pat off or squeeze out the excess mixture. Now I'm gonna check here. It's still gonna be flimsy, so yeah, just be careful of that. Alright, I've got my plate here. I'm just gonna dry it off like this. But actually, when you're gonna dry your plate off, use like a tissue or something. I'm not gonna make this presentation too fancy. Because this channel is about simple recipes that other people can make. You know, I'm a kid, right? I'm not Gordon Ramsay, and didn't take that much time. So y'all can eat it just like this. If I get some chocolate hazelnut spray. Ignore that it's off-brand, but they didn't have Nutella in the store when I bought this, so I had to buy this. What I like to do is just put a thin layer of chocolate right on this. On it, nice. Spread the chocolate around. Now, this is not a healthy breakfast by any means, but let's say if it's like a Saturday or Sunday, feel free to treat yourself with this, you know. Sometimes you gotta eat food for the soul, not for the health, you know what I'm saying? Now what you could do actually is you could probably do like a chocolate drizzle like this, but I'm not gonna be fancy, you know. I'm just gonna make it like this. So I've got my spread here. Now you don't want to put too much spread because the sweetness is overpowering. Now in desserts, you don't want the sweetness to be overpowering, and you just want it to be, you know, a slight sweetness. That's like the best type of sweetness, okay? So now we've made French toast. This is what you can call it, French toast. I'm gonna get a spoon. Now the good thing about this, the bread is sort of flimsy, that you can use a spoon to eat this. That's the best part about it. So I've just got the bread here, you know, look at, it looks amazing. Delicious. So y'all are gonna see me do a taste test. One sec, just setting my tripod up again. As I said before, it's just me, right? I don't really have a cameraman, so I have to, you know, it's a work in progress, you know, the filming. But once I grow in subscribers, which, by the way, I would love for you to subscribe. That would be really nice. I'm just gonna, see, it's so easy. You can just, you've got the, let's see. This is delicious. And this was made in like 15 minutes max. So you see, breakfast food doesn't have to be very, what do you call it, complicated. Food can be very simple, right? Now French toast sounds fancy, but it's not. It's so easy. It's literally so easy. And y'all can make this and it tastes delicious. Only thing is I put too much cinnamon in here, so just forget about that. It still tastes good because I love cinnamon, but for y'all that don't like cinnamon or are allergic to it or something, whatever, put less cinnamon in it, and just in general put less cinnamon in it. It'll be better that way. And a more traditional way of eating this would be putting jam on it. French people put jam on the French toast. I don't even think French toast is actually French. I think it's something else, like Belgian or something. But yeah, anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna start now. Hope you all have a good morning, evening, or night. Abby Can Cook is out.